So you finally got that music supervisor to hit you back. They're sending you briefs, you're sending in great music, but for some reason, you're still not landing any syncs. Well, chances are they're skipping your song before they even get a chance to listen to it. And more than likely, it's because your intro is too long. The human attention span has been slowly shrinking over time. Back in 2000, it was 12 seconds on average, and then in 2015, it was 8 seconds. Now, I can tell you from experience that music supervisors' attention spans are way shorter than this. And the reason is because they're going through hundreds of songs for every single brief that they send out. So they're not going to spend a lot of time waiting to get to the hook or the chorus of the song. You got to get to that hook within 15 seconds. When a music supervisor is going through tracks, they're skipping around waveforms constantly. And what they're going to do usually is they're going to look at the waveform and then click immediately to the first part where the waveform expands, because that's when they go, that's when the hook is going to hit. And that's what I'm trying to hear. I'm trying to hear that hook right there. This is all the intro. They're not even going to listen to this. They're going to skip right here. Now, if the hook is not hitting right here, and it's just a verse with some lyrics that aren't immediately matching the scene they're trying to go for, they're just going to skip to the next song. And what that means for you is that your song, now that you spent all this time on, immediately does not have a chance of landing that sync. And it's really that simple. You have to understand the psychology of a music supervisor when they're going through stuff, and you have to make their job as easy as possible. A fun little saying for this is, don't bore us, get to the chorus. And people have used that in pop music for decades. But the idea in sync is even more prominent. One thing that I see works really well is, instead of actually having your intro like you have in like your original song, make a sync edit that actually starts right away with the pre-chorus. So it's actual vocals right out the gate that are building up right into when that hook hits. If you do that, it gives supervisors and editors an instant understanding of what the theme of your song is going to be. And if you catch them in those first few seconds with the right vocals, the chances of them actually giving your song a listen skyrockets. Long intros create friction, and that's the last thing you want to cause a music supervisor. They don't have time to wait around and wait for things to get good in a song. If they don't hear what they want right away, you already lost the sync. Extra little bonus tip to show a supervisor that you actually know what you're doing is make sure that your song has what's called a sting at the end. So don't fade out your song for 10 or 15 seconds as it just decreases in volume. Make sure that it has a definitive ending so that it makes the editor's job easier to transition into the next scene. If you guys got some out of this, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to this channel and drop any questions in the comments that you guys have about sync. If you drop a question, I will make a video about it. All right, y'all. See you on the next one. Peace.